So today I'm going to be talking about a pretty major bug that was recently discovered in Skyblock and fixed. It came as a bit of a shock to me when I heard about the whole situation that went on, and I don't really know how to feel about the outcome. First of all, what even was this bug all about? You know, how did people do it, what happened when people did it, and so on. Well, it actually revolved around minions. No, not Mel minions. The only reason why these are down is because I'm too lazy to replace them. But no, it was revolving around Inferno minions. As you know, one of the most RNG minions in the game. Now, we have to understand what these Inferno minions actually generate. And as you can see here, if using legendary Inferno minion fuel, you have the chance to drop any of these items. You've got things like Chili Peppers, Inferno Vertex, Inferno Apex, Reaper Pepper, Gabagool the Fish. As you can see, the chances to drop these items are pretty low. A Vertex selling for around about 10 million coins, and an Apex, well, yeah, an Apex is kind of too expensive to be on the bazaar. I believe it's around 1 billion coins at the moment. So to cut a long story short, the bug made it so it was possible to infinitely regenerate Inferno minions to obtain a Vertex every day. This bug persisted for around about 4 weeks. Now, if a Vertex is currently 10 million coins, and you could get one of these every single day, for instance, if you have 30 minions down, that's 300 mil a day. So you can see why this was a bit of an issue. You know, obviously you have to fuel the minions, but still. Now you've got to think, when it comes to bugs in Hypixel Skyblock, you have things that are completely and utterly game-breaking. I don't know, like duping coins or items, transferring items between profiles, like Iron Man profiles. You know, there's a number of bugs that would definitely be considered game-breaking. And then I guess you have other bugs, like what happened on April Fool's Day, when all of the mods changed the name of Skyblock on the menu on the top right, and basically none of the mods worked. That was a bug. Was it annoying? Yeah. Was it massively serious? Absolutely not. Now, how serious was this bug? Think about it. You've got around about 15 to 20 players who knew about this bug. It's unsure how much these, every single one of these players actually abused it. But is it game breaking? Probably not. Is it something that needed to be patched? Absolutely yes. Is it game breaking? No. Realistically, it's not. It's not game breaking. Which leads me to believe that this bug actually wasn't as serious as I guess it's probably being made out to be. Don't get me wrong, it could have 100% got out of hand if it wasn't patched and everybody knew about it, but still. Now you've got to think, what happened to the people who were found to be abusing this bug? Well, we're going to talk about that in just a moment. But before we do, if you are planning on purchasing anything from the Hypixel store, make sure to use code NITROS, get yourself 5% off. Also, you should subscribe to the channel, it does help out a lot. And you should join the Discord server, it's linked in the description of this video. We offer Slayers and Dungeon carries, so if you need carries, or you want to carry and make some coins, make sure to join. Well, before I talk about what punishment people actually got for abusing this bug, I'll tell you what I think personally would be the best course of action. I think one of the main priorities, if they really want to punish people, would be to basically just wipe the items if they still have them, or I don't know, maybe just wipe the coins that they actually profited. If you feel really strongly about this and you think it's actually a malicious attempt to harm the game, then maybe give them a ban of some sort. I think maybe 3 months is appropriate. But I don't think anything else should realistically be done. I mean, that's just my opinion. Everyone can have their own opinion, so, you know, it's up to you what you think. Well, this is where there's a bit of an issue, because the punishments for people who abuse this just don't really make a lot of sense. As I mentioned, I think there was 18 people who ended up getting punished for this. Some of them completely abused the bug every day that they knew about it to its maximum. Some people were just told by other people to do this. I mean, it's one of those things where if you were told to jump into a fire, would you do it? You know. But to some extent, because of it, you know, it being such a broken bug, the people doing this bug and abusing it must have known to some extent that it wasn't entirely right and that something like this could happen. Now, in actual fact, what happened, some people received a 12-month ban, some people received a 3-month ban and were wiped. Yeah, so you can already see there's not much consistency. The The thing that people are most outraged about is the fact that among those 18 people who got punished, I think it's 18, one of them was Ben Clark, the YouTuber. And don't get me wrong, okay, I like Ben Clark. He's helped me out in the past with things to do with YouTube. He makes great videos. You know, the content is better quality than I could ever make. So by no way is this a dig or anything like that in the slightest. But everybody else got wiped and he didn't get wiped. And a lot of people are not happy about this. Do I think people should be getting completely wiped for this in the first place? Absolutely not. But if everyone else is going to get wiped and he didn't get wiped, that makes no sense. He received a 3-month ban and he lost his YouTube rank, which I guess you could argue, well, losing the YouTube rank is instead of the wipe, but the wipe is pretty major. A lot of these people who were wiped were endgame players that have been working on the profiles for the best part of 3 to 4 years. So in my opinion, it seems a little bit petty to completely wipe those profiles because of this bug, when it could easily be fixed by just wiping the items that were generated from this bug, or wiping the coins that came as a result of the items, whichever way you want to do it. And I understand that actions have to have consequences. I mean, that makes complete sense. But in this case, it's not all very reflective, considering some people who were banned and wiped only dabbled in the bug and probably didn't really contribute towards it very much. Whereas other people with the same punishment abused it a lot more. So there's no consistency. And then other people received 12 months ban, which makes no sense. A 12-month ban for something like this is, in my opinion, a bit ludicrous. In terms of the actual bug itself, I don't know exactly how it actually worked, but I don't really need to know how it worked. It is patched, nor does really anyone else need to know. But we have seen situations similar to this happen in the past, not with a bug like this, but situations where YouTube ranks have found themselves in a bit of trouble and received a lesser punishment than somebody else for doing the exact same thing. I guess you'll have to let me know in the comments if you think that is right or not. I just personally think that all people probably should be punished equally in a situation like this. It makes the most sense, it's only fair, and I guess it's always going to lead to a situation like this where people feel like there's a bit of an injustice, and you can't really blame them. But I don't really have much else to say on this topic. I understand as well that it is difficult for the admins, especially when there's... I mean, even though it wasn't a game-breaking bug, this is a pretty big bug, and to be honest, it's quite good that it was contained within just a small number of people. So I can understand how this can realistically be difficult to manage. But in my opinion, I just don't think it's completely right. Well, let me know what you think in the comments. Anyway, if you did enjoy today's video, make sure you do leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.